Good Monday evening, everyone, and welcome to Monday Night Safety Stop. We're running a little bit behind.
Little bit. Little bit. Somebody decided to sleep in today.
Well, we won't say who, but hey, I done told you. I'm blaming it on shoveling snow today. That's exactly where I'm blaming it at. I came in, got my belly full, sat down on the couch, boom. That was it.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with the full belly. I ate after the snow shoveling, so.
Oh, I did too. I mean,
Well,
that's what I'm saying. It's like, oh goodness, phew. But
anyway, I had a funny story to tell you about that. So I'm out there shoveling. I did half of it yesterday and did half of it today. Well, the snow plows come, and of course, my 6 inches of snow turned to 12 inches from the snow plow. And so I've been working at it. The block of ice now that's now 12 inches thick for about an hour and a half, and I can get it down to about a 5 by 5 foot area. Here comes down a skid steer down the road from the city to help out to finish it off.
oh,
I was like, "Well, where were you 30 minutes ago?"
oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, like I appreciate the help. Could have been a little sooner. But
Oh man. Well, let me tell you, you know, we luckily everybody, and I know it's not scuba related, so I apologize. But the luckily the totals of everything was less than forecasted than they were expecting.
yeah,
I know a lot of our friends down in Nashville, which we've got a ton of our regular divers that are down there that are currently battling the ice, which I've been there, done that. It is not any fun. I was thankful here that it was all snow. Of course, I'm about 30 minutes north of the park. So luckily, we had majority was snow and sleet. We didn't have any freezing rain here, or I didn't see any on the trees or anything like that. But we did at the park. I've been on the camera system and making sure power was still up and everything like that. And I've been getting some pretty cool looking images. I don't know if you've seen. I threw one out. I think this afternoon on our Facebook page. Um, of course, anytime there is snow at the park, I mean, it is like a postcard. I mean, it's a beautiful. It's cold, but it's beautiful, and hopefully, when the roads get cleared up enough, I can get down there and take some better photos. But for the time being, it's been from the security cameras. Hey,
you might need a plow to get up and down the hill.
oh, I tell you, now I'll be walking. But that brings me reminiscent back. The last time that we had a snow like this, um, 2021. Of course, it was before Dad come down with COVID, and we had a snow like this, and me and him took Callan down there, my son, and we had a field day on that entry hill where you come in from the gate sledding. He had so much fun on that, and yeah, so it's great for sledding.
Yeah, yeah. Kids were asking me. I was like, maybe tomorrow because I'm busy right now.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, and yeah, there it is. I was going to try to show it here real quick. Let me see if it's gonna let me save it, and it will. All right. I'm gonna try to do the one that I took today because, I mean, quite frankly, I mean it's the prettiest one, prettiest view, coming from a security camera. That, hey, what can I say? This is one I just put up too. Oh, come on, this thing's running slow. All right. Jojo, I am going to put this up. If it cuts your audio, I will cut you right back on.
There we
Uh,
go.
there you go. All right, so there's the one that I took this morning, and I wished I could have got like the water, but unfortunately, the cameras that show the water were hazy. I don't know why, but yeah, I mean, look at all that white sand, 85 degrees.
Is that what we're calling it? White sand.
Yeah.
Are we the
Hey,
only place that got white beaches in Kentucky?
hey, I'm trying to make it sound good now. Come on.
At least you
Think,
got some green trees in the background, I guess.
yeah, yeah, that is true. Where in the world?
Hmm.
There it is. Yeah, so but yeah, so hopefully everyone who was impacted by this winter storm, hopefully everybody is good. Hopefully you do have power and was finally able to get dug out. I dug Krista's vehicle out today. That's the reason I fell asleep after I ate dinner. Dug it out with the snow shovel, and so yeah. All right, enough about the weather because you know let's talk about diving.
Oh yeah. What's on the diving agenda today?
Well, the time is ticking down to that Bon Air
But
trip.
you talk about the weather, but diving. You know what I wore outside today?
I have no clue.
I wore my undergarments to my dry suit.
Uh, yeah. How many? You know what? That's I don't know. Can people post pictures on the chat, or is it
I don't think
just
so. They just memes.
okay? Crap. Okay. Well, what I was going to say is, if you could post a picture, if you cleaning your driveway out or whatnot, and you're in your wetsuit slash or dry suit, you know, send us a picture because I mean, hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. It's gonna keep you warm.
Oh yeah, I was sweating. Uh, so worked very well. Multi used the garment there.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, that's what I tell people when they buy a dry suit is you're getting a two in one. Not only do you have something that's going to keep you dry and warm when you're underwater, but you've got your insulation you can use as a snowshoe.
Hmm.
Snow suit. There we go. Let's see. I'm typing up a poll. I'm going to put a poll on here and
Oh,
see.
we can have Frank answer
Yeah,
it. Oh, jeez. What is it, say? Popularity? We'll do a popularity vote.
yeah, popularity. Let's see. Do you use your wetsuit, dry suit? Um, LAT.
Oh yeah, I definitely would rather be somewhere nice and warm diving. That's for
Yeah. Well, and here's a funny thing because uh, our shop customer out of Evansville, Indiana, Aquatech Adventures, they left out for I think Cozumel last Saturday. They were supposed to fly in this
sure.
past Saturday. I think some of them got to leave, but I have noticed on their social media that some of them have not left because of the snowstorm. So they've gotten an extra day or two of diving in. I don't blame them.
Well, I mean, they like shut the airport down just expecting it. Huh. I think
Yeah.
Logan landed like 3 planes all day.
Oh yeah, it's I mean it's causing, it caused major traffic disruptions. And like I said earlier, um it wouldn't have mattered if we wanted to load up and gone diving in Florida, we wouldn't have been able to make it home with all the ice in between here and there. You know,
It was still cold.
I tell you. But yeah, you got the Bonaire trip here in just a few short weeks. It's ticking
Oh,
down to
nice.
that, so you're going to be warmer.
Yeah, March is usually warmer, and we go a little further south, and Bonaire's always nice.
But yeah, let's see here.
We'll talk about 80, 80, 80. There you go.
Yeah, 80, 80, 80.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to going back to Bonaire, getting back to the salt pier and stuff. Yeah, got lot of cool little dive spots that we're gonna go check out.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm sitting. Oh,
Hey, Todd came in. He's gonna join our poll. Did you wear
oh,
your dry suit?
have you used
your
your
snow
wetsuit or dry
coat?
suit insulation? Whichever one. Yeah, that's kind of the winter question tonight with all this wonderful snow. Oh, goodness. Phew.
Know what he's doing back there. All I see is a screen.
What's that?
I don't know what you're doing back there. I just see the screen.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm looking up there was something I was going to that I seen pop up the other day. I'm like, "Ooh, we need to talk about that." And yeah, I don't I'm sitting here trying to find it is what I'm trying to do. Was it that one? I don't remember. Oh well. Anyway, so definitely a perfect time to go dry suit diving. You know what's coming up this weekend, JoJo?
Uh, did we reschedule our try scubas?
No.
The ice festival.
Hey, there you go. Yep, I think it's the ninth annual Ice Hole Festival.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
should we
think we're gonna
brave
jump.
it?
Huh?
Should we go brave it and go on up there?
Not me. My dry suit's not in yet, so not me. Yeah. Now, I did get news the other day. Emily's suit is. We should have it hopefully next week. Now, granted, I put my suit in a day before she put hers in, so of course mine takes a little more material than hers. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm still waiting. She's getting hers, but maybe next year. That's something. Definitely not going to mark out of the question once I got a dry suit. And I think next year is the 10th annual festival for it. Um,
Yeah. Todd says we can't see you. Yeah.
can't see me.
Yeah. Your picture's still up. If you're.
Oh, thank you.
I was like, we keep looking at this picture. Is something gonna change?
Yeah, well, hey, I was. So on my screen, I have a live view on one side and a preview on the other. And I'm sitting here trying to pull this information up, and I've got three screens. So it's, yeah,
I only
it's,
got two. Your screen and my screen.
well, like I said, I'm trying to navigate three different screens, and one screen has a preview and a production monitor on it, and I just wasn't paying attention that the snow picture was on the production screen.
They didn't want to see us anyway.
I
The
know.
snow's definitely a lot better looking than we are.
Oh goodness. Let's see.
Jill popped in too. She thought it was hilarious.
Oh, yep. There we are. Well, thanks for letting me know that you couldn't see us there, Todd. I appreciate it. Uh, okay, so next year's going to be the ninth annual. This year's the eighth. Um, so yeah, hey, I'm game for it. It is
And
January
you didn't
30th,
change your date either.
huh?
And you didn't change your date either.
Change my
What you get
date.
for sleeping in?
Hey, I'm admitting it. Hey, I can't help it. I got a full belly and heavy eyes. I was rushing to get in here. Let's see. Yeah, January 30th to February the 2nd uh, is no, that's last year. What is this year's date? So no, next year is the 10th year. I'm sorry. So next year will be the 10th Ice Hole Festival, 10th anniversary Ice Hole Festival in Arnold's Park, Iowa. Which, if you're a dry suit diver, it's yeah, sounds like it's fun. I think we should get a little group and go up there. I'll have my dry suit. You've got a dry suit. You know.
Yeah, we'll take a little warming container up with us so we can beat the cold, and
Well, I think
we're
they've
not
got.
diving. We can sit in there.
Yeah, I mean they've got like warming areas and stuff like that. I mean, you just show up, from what I've gathered.
That'd be fun. Little trip up there, nice fresh donuts in the morning, and
Yeah.
soup in the afternoon to warm us up.
Yeah. All right. Well, I tell you what. I want to try to share. I want to try to share this screen real quick, and so we can kind of talk about it if my computer's going to work
Hey
right.
Todd, you get paid as much as the rest of us. How's that?
How much do I get paid for doing? Too bad AI can't do this job for me. And I keep hearing dings like I'm getting notifications.
Oh, I keep hitting my microphone because it's so close to me. I'm trying to get closer, like the last sound bits. It sounds like I'm
Yeah. Let's
corner.
see. I think it's display 3. Yeah, it's taken me 5 years just to basically learn this software to where I can operate things. It does a whole lot more than I know what to do with, but uh, yeah. Oh, all right, here we go, Joe. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this over to their Facebook page. Next year will be the 10th annual, but this year the event's coming up this coming weekend. January 29th is the kickoff party. The 30th and 31st and 1st are the dives. I mean, it's pretty interesting too. Um, there's if you're not ice diving certified, they have instructors on hand that you can take the class through and get your certification. If you're already certified, then uh, you can dive the event. Um, I just went to their website, but it don't look like the website was updated to 2026 unless I'm typing it wrong. Which I'm half awake, so that could be true. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's something that is growing. I'm not a huge fan of cold water, but I think it would be cool. I mean, I've always heard stories about you can take a ping pong ball and a golf club, invert on the ice, and sit there and hit the ping pong ball. I mean, how cool would that be?
It'd be cool. I think it would be awesome to go up there and spend a weekend diving. I mean, yeah, it's cold, but hey, I mean, what else we got to do other than dive?
Well, So we did put a thing on the Facebook page today. Of course, in 31 years, the quarry has not froze over. We haven't even got. I mean, we've got a crusting of ice right where the water laps up on the shore, but that's it. So of course, this is an extended period of cold that we're having. So we threw up the question. Will this year be the year that it freezes over? Now, I'm going to go ahead and say I don't think it's going to happen. It hasn't done it in 31 years. I don't think it's going to do it this time. JoJo, what do you think?
No, I think we got too much water volume.
Well, not only that, but we're also spring fed.
Hmm.
So the springs is going to help keep it a more constant temperature.
I mean, if it was a shallow 3 foot pond, some of those are already freezing over. So
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah,
even the rivers and stuff are starting to form ice. They're getting
mhm.
nice chunks and stuff. But you know, I don't. I honestly don't think. Like I said, in 31 years, it's never frozen over. And I think with the springs, with two springs coming in, I think it's going to remain pretty steady and not get below freezing. But how
Yeah,
cool?
I think you're right. I
How
think it'll
cool?
be there about that 40-degree mark, right? 38 degrees.
Yeah. How cool would it be if it did? We could do something like this. That would be awesome.
That would be cool. But I mean, it would. I don't know if I want to sit through that cold temperatures that long.
Yeah. No. No. So I mean, we're still mid 40s right now. At 10 foot, it's 45. Little chilly for my wetsuit, so we won't go there. But the interesting thing is, it's warmer deep.
You can't say that very often.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta
no,
go deep to get warmed up.
yeah, got to go deep to get warmed up. And that's the fun thing about it. There's no thermoclines, and it's colder on top than it is on the bottom. So the only bad part is you have to be able to get out of the water.
Yeah, yeah, that's the sucky part.
And when you've got air temperatures like we've got right now, it's not going to take very long to freeze.
-10 degrees wind chill.
Yeah, don't
Ugh.
don't set your gear down.
Oh,
Uh, Frank said, "Ops, that was supposed to go to Steve Stormer." Okay.
I guess how much he's saying to direct this? That was the last comment. No, that was tough.
Honestly, um, hey Joe, you sent me a text message that said, "Hey, are we going live tonight?"
Yeah, I did.
Didn't hear it. Yeah. Okay. Well, Frank, I don't know who you sent what to, but yeah, I'm not finding anything, so it didn't come to me. But regardless, yeah, I'm dreaming of warmer days, or if they can get my dry suit here quicker.
Yeah, Bon Air is looking very nice right now. I'm excited about it. We got a nice group going, dude. So,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Chicago, a nice new resort, beautiful resort. So
And you're gonna take
yeah,
lots of pictures and hook up to the Wi-Fi and come in on Monday night and give us an update and tell us how wonderful it is down there and how miserable it is back here because it's so cold. Yeah, and rub it in our face. Yeah, we
Marcy should
know.
be all right.
Yeah, we know. We know. No, it's all good. Yeah, hey, the season is shaping up. Good things are going to happen this year. Got I can't wait for Women's Dive Day. I can't. It
I
is gonna.
can.
uh, it is gonna be. Yeah, I can. Well, hey, you've got Bon Air in between now and then, so I don't want to hear it.
I do, but I mean, Bonnie, Women's Dive Day is nice, but it is a lot of work.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. And of course, like I said, there's a couple of hopefully a couple. I know one special guest. Hopefully, we've got two. We'll know in the next couple of weeks once we get confirmation. But yeah, and then there's going to be more like equipment. I say equipment trial. Like you'll be able to try. Yeah, I just lost my train of thought.
It should be. We should have a lot of good demos and stuff
Yeah, demos. Thank you. That what I was. Yeah, demos. I know that we're planning on having the Optima rebreathers from Dive Right. They're going to be doing those, so letting folks try out rebreathers. Hopefully, if everything goes well, we'll have a thing where folks can try a Velo. That one's not 100% yet, so still working on that, making sure. Um, yeah, full face mask. Hopefully, we'll have those back. The scooters will be back. If you haven't been on those little scooters, I mean, you got to get on one. So yeah, lots of fun stuff planned. I can't wait for that one. Uh, but yeah, and then of course, 2 week vacation in the fall to Roatan, diving both north and south side, not staying at Fantasy Island. Woohoo! Uh, but both weeks staying there at Turquoise, but diving the north and south sides. I'm gonna be, yeah,
You stick me in your suitcase so I can go.
yeah. Well, there's still space, so if you haven't signed up for that one, it's gonna be really cool because you know we're gonna be doing, like I said, the south side, but we're gonna be doing up south central side of Roatan. So a lot of places that don't normally see divers. They've got dive sites, but they're a little less dove than closer to the west end. Kind of like north side. I mean, where Turquoise is, you've been there.
I've been
Um,
the north side. It
yeah,
was very nice.
yeah. You don't have a lot of groups. I mean, when you're there on the dive site, it's your boat. I mean, there's nobody else. You don't
No boats,
typically, huh?
no boats for miles. It's just you all.
Oh yeah, yeah. And
And we
so
took
go
the
ahead.
staff up to eat on that little island. That was like perfect. Burgers on the beach.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, the little island is no longer there. So,
Yeah. No, that was like that was an awesome trip.
yeah. But, and looks like Steve has joined us. Good evening, Mr. Steve. Uh, you know, but yeah, I mean, there's a place up there on the south side of the island that I'm really, really anxious to get to. The dive site's name is Calvin's Crack. And I have been told it's like the site Mary's Place. And Jojo, have you done Mary's Place?
A few times.
Okay, so I have been told that Calvin's Crack is just like Mary's Place. If that's the case, I can't wait to see what it looks like because I loved Mary's Place. It
Yeah,
was.
I mean, I love those big wall swim throughs where
Oh yeah,
oh, you see up the big crack and you got to swim through pretty much these large columns.
oh
Awesome.
yeah. Well, I mean, you're talking, swimming through. You've got walls on each side of you, probably 50, 60, 70 foot tall.
Hmm. So I know Mary's Place. I know there's another one over by Anthony's Key that I really like. I can't remember the name of the dive site. I need to look it up.
Yeah, there's
Uh,
there's a bunch of good ones, but I'm really looking forward to the south end or south side. Uh, you know, uh, even their operation over there. They supposedly, now I haven't talked to them since DEMA, but they were going to start running groups in January, or I'm sorry, in December. So, well, Mary's Place didn't, so.
oh, hopefully Calvin ain't a plumber.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. But,
Uncle Calvin's put on the roof again.
yeah. Well, and they were even telling me, like, over on the south side, over by Media Luna, where the resort that we're going to be diving out of, that they have frequent hammerheads over there. I'm like,
Ooh.
ooh, okay.
Well, that's one thing. I know I've been looking at the aggressor boat. And they actually do go all around the island,
Mm-hmm.
plus a couple small. And apparently, a lot of their dive sites have nice shark dives. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, we've done the 2 week trip before, year before last. Uh, I enjoyed it as far as you got to see more. We didn't do it this year, or in 25, but this year we are, and hopefully, if things work out well, we're doing Belize in March of next year. We're
March
doing,
is scheduled on the aggressor 4 again.
yep,
So yeah, that was a great trip. I definitely would recommend that. That you want to talk about luxury diving with great diving. That's it.
yeah, yeah, oh yeah. You wake up, you fly to Belize, you get on the boat, and you go out while you sleep. You wake up, you go dive, you come back in, eat, go back dive, come back in, eat, go back dive. I mean, it's
Yeah,
eat and
yeah,
dive. That's all it is.
it is. Eat and dive. If you ain't eating diving, you're socializing or sleeping. I mean, I don't know how many of us took a nap between dives, just in the chairs on the boat, just
Oh
passed
yeah.
out.
Well, and that's
Uh,
another question I'll pose for the viewers here. If you've done a liveaboard, or if you've, yeah, let me just say that. If you've done a liveaboard and you've been on a land excursion or land trip, which one did you like better? Um, yeah, liveaboards are a little bit more expensive, but I mean, you're on the water, so
You're
I
on the
get that.
water. There is no going to your dive locker every day to get your stuff. It's
It's
there,
there.
set up, ready to go.
Yeah, it's there. I mean, it's ready to go. You just go down, jump in your gear, and jump in.
Yeah, I
But
mean, we somewhere and we're not doing anything, and they'll lower the ladder and let you go for a swim, or I mean, it's nice.
yeah, and you also have to be
Then we
careful on liveaboards too, because there's some liveaboards not. I don't know if all aggressors are the same way, but there's some of them out there that you don't actually dive off of the liveaboard. They take you out in the skiff, and you do your
Yes,
dive and
there
bring
is
you back
some with
in.
yes. Please, we dive off the boat.
Yeah, well,
And
Roatan does too.
yeah, Rotan does too. I mean, there's some I would love to do that dive off the skiffs, but there are also some of the ones that go to some of the harder dive spots.
Yeah,
The Galapagos.
yeah, and I had heard the other day. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a liveaboard operator that's shutting down in the Socorro Islands. Have you heard that?
I haven't heard that. I did
Uh,
hear about another sinking in the Red Sea. Nobody was on board.
yeah.
Thank God.
Well, what was the one?
Apparently the boat caught fire. Nobody was there.
Well, I can't remember if it was last week's episode we talked about it. The one where it wasn't a liveaboard; it was just a dive charter, but went out and it
I've heard. Yeah,
capsized. Have you heard any more on
yeah.
it?
No, and that was just a phone call, and that wasn't from the boat or anything. But no, that was the only thing I heard was somebody made a phone call and said that they're capsized in the Red Sea. Yeah. Oh, seems like a lot happens over there in the Red Sea. Maybe they need some better boat drivers.
I'm gonna see if I can find this. Yeah, it was 5 days ago. This was the Socorro Islands. Um, see if I can scroll down and see who it was here. And it was kind of crappy the way that they did. Um, Solmar 5, I believe, is the name of the liveaboard. SOLMAR. Solmar 5. Um, they were taking bookings until around January 20th when the website shut down. Uh, Apparently, people who were booked aren't getting their money back, or I mean, it's just like boom, gone. So don't
Trip
know what's going
insurance.
on. Huh?
Trip insurance.
Yeah. Well, and trip insurance is a great thing. Um, there is a case, or there's a guy that is actually going to Bonaire with us that we just worked in after the closing date. Was scheduled to go last month when all the
Hmm.
stuff in Venezuela was going down, and they closed the airspace,
Good.
and their trip ended up getting canceled because they couldn't fly in. And
Hmm.
when he booked on this one for March with us, because he was wanting to get to Bonaire, go diving down there, um, he told me that his insurance, he had Dan, and Dan denied his claim for reimbursement because it wasn't like it was a government, they considered it a government shutdown or something, and denied it. And I'm like, that just don't sound right. I mean, it's you can't help what you can't help that. So how can
And
you
that's kind of
deny
the
it?
idea of insurance, ain't it? To handle the things you can't control.
Well, that's kind of what I thought was, you know, anytime. Luckily, anytime I've taken a trip and I've or had the insurance, I've not had to use it. I could had on Roatan this year where we got delayed an extra day, but I was out $100 for our meals. And it's like I'm not gonna put in for $100 on insurance. It's not. Yeah, not gonna waste the time. Everything else was taken care of. Airline took care of everything else. I'm not gonna bother the insurance. But I did call the insurance and explained what happened, and they said yes, you can file a claim, and it'll get reviewed. And from what you said, because the flight was canceled because of a mechanical issue, that you could get reimbursed. Okay, great. Brian had the insurance, and where we had to get an extra room, they reimbursed it. So I know insurance works. Of course, we use Divasure, not Dan, for travel. But he said he had Dan, and that it's not through Dan. They have a third party insurer that issues the insurance. So it wasn't Dan directly. It was the insurance company that Dan uses for travel. So I was like, oh, if they're going to cancel that, that just kind of makes me not want to go through Dan Insurance for travel insurance.
Where do you draw the line with that? 'Cause I've heard sketchy things every
The
now
what?
and then. I've heard sketchy things about them every now and then, but
Yeah. Well,
I'm
you
sure
know,
all do.
well, like I said, I thought, of course, Dan is, big, as far as dive research and everything. I have nothing but praise for Dan. They do good work. They do insurance for dive operators, like our insurance is through Dan, our professional, our general, all that. But it's through Dan. They don't go through a third party insurance company. Uh, so their travel insurance, apparently that's what they do. But like their professional stuff, they handle. So yeah, insurance should have covered it, in my opinion. But yeah, and I think he told me the resort that they were going to stay at wasn't going to give a refund, but gave them a credit to come back. So I'm like, well, I mean, at least you got that credit. I mean, you can always
Yeah, I mean,
fly
I
down there.
used credit when we had our cancellations due to COVID. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
okay, I'll just pocket it for the next go around.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, even Roatan done that for us. You know,
Mhm.
but trip insurance is definitely something great to have. I know, like when you book your airline tickets, they give you the opportunity to get insurance for your airfare. I don't ever get that because through DiveAssure, the airfare's covered. We have to put in the total cost of the trip, airfare included, and then that way, if something happens with maybe the airlines, because they cover, missed connections, they cover lost luggage, they cover a lot of different stuff, and
Yeah.
that's the reason I go through them.
The rush to get your connection seems to get tighter and tighter every year.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think they intentionally plan that. Is they, each year to year they take, okay, well, you're flying in here in this terminal. You need to go to this terminal for your next flight. And each year, like you're going from one end of the airport to the other. Unless you're flying
Hmm.
into Miami, then you're going to fly in on the opposite side where customs is. Have to go all the way across to customs to come back in, and then go all the way back to where you came in at to get on the plane to board to leave. That's my luck.
Yeah. The joys of travel.
Hey, I wouldn't trade. I mean, I love traveling and diving. Yeah, flights can be headaches. I would much rather drive, but some of these awesome places you can't drive to, or if you can, it's going to take you a while.
Well, typically, once I'm in the air and I'm through security and on my way, I'm fine. I was like, oh, now vacation started.
Oh yeah, yeah. Once you get out of TSA,
Yeah,
then you're in the clear until you get there.
yeah. As long as the plane gets in the air and there ain't a delay on the runway and your flight gets canceled, that puts some stress into it.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. But like I said, if you've never taken a dive trip, I mean, I would encourage you to get with your local dive shop, see what they've got going on, and at least do one trip. Everybody has a bucket list trip. I want to go to Australia. I really,
Me too.
I want to go to Australia and dive the Great Barrier Reef. That's it. I can't even talk. That's my bucket list, and hopefully one day,
2035.
huh?
2035.
I'm thinking more like the retirement trip. Hey, I'm retiring. Yep. All right. We're all right. So if you ever there's a perfect way right there. And I'm saying this years ahead of time, or years from now. But you know, when you see an Australia trip come up on the board, oh, Penny Royal is going to Australia, you're gonna know exactly what's going on.
He's going and he ain't coming back.
There's your warning right there. That's going to be the only warning. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I mean, it would be cool. And like I said, that's my bucket list trip is to go to Australia and dive. But again, it's the flight, the travel, and getting everything coordinated. You know, getting a prescription for Xanax for the flight there and flight back. Because I don't like to be on a plane for longer than 3 or 4 hours at a time. So
Take a couple weeks and cruise over there and back.
yeah, 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 good. But yeah, I mean, there's so many places, and like I said, if you've never been on one, I would encourage it. Check with your local dive shop, see what they've got going on. Uh, Pretty much any place in the Caribbean is awesome. Belize, Cozumel, Roatan, Caymans. I mean, all the places down there. Matter of fact, I was looking at Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands last night. Like, huh, we don't have to have passports to go down there. So,
No, you do
you know,
not. Uh, yeah, I'm
so
pretty sure there's some good diving. There just wasn't any from the cruise ship that I
yeah, oh
cared to
yeah.
do.
But you don't have to have a passport. That's the cool thing about it.
No,
You
I didn't
know.
really get to get out of Puerto Rico. My kid was sick, so we didn't really. My back was hurting bad. But anyway,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I think it would be fun. Well, we got some of those great cities and stuff. out there.
Yeah. But, so get out there, travel the world, at least take one dive trip. I mean, see some of the cool stuff, you know. If you've never seen seahorses in the wild, octopus, sea turtles, you know, that's a pretty cool thing if you've never done anything like that. I always enjoy sharing the stories, from dive trips past. Uh, especially folks who don't dive. They're like, "Ooh, I bet that would be pretty cool." I was in the UPS store the other day. Uh, a guy had left his fins in October, and he reached out like a week and a half ago. Hey, I was diving down there back in October. Did I happen to leave my fins down there? And of course, he described them. I'm like, "Hey, I've got a set in Lost and Found." And I said, "There's no name on it." And he's like, "Well, I really hate, this is talking to him. He said, I really hate to, if those aren't mine." He lives 4 hours away. He was going to drive to pick these things up. And I'm like, "Dude, no, 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 no. Let me ship them to you." But what if they're not mine? I'm like, "Dude, they've been sitting here. If they're not yours, they haven't been claimed, but they were his." Um, but when I dropped them off at the UPS store, there was a lady next to me, and she was talking with the clerk that they were talking about the snowstorm coming in. They were supposed to leave Saturday to go to the Cayman Islands. Of course, when I heard Caymans, "Well, you wouldn't happen to be a diver, would you?" And of course, she's, "No, no, my husband's company, they go different places in the Caribbean each year, and we're going to the Caymans on Saturday." And "Oh, okay." And I said, "Well, I'm a diver, so Caymans is a pretty nice place to go and dive." I said, "I didn't know if that's what you was doing or not." But yeah, I mean, yeah, dive travel is awesome. Um, you know, it's great, and especially if you've got friends wherever you're going, like us in Roatan. You know, I love it because, and JoJo, you can verify this. If you've never dove with an operator before, they're going to do a checkout dive with you. Your first dive is going to be with, they're going to see how
Oh
you
wait,
dive. Yeah,
we gotta do them on air. We got
yeah,
to.
exactly. Roatan, we don't do that. They know us, and that's the cool thing. They know how we dive, and they know that we have some pretty responsible divers. So it's like when we get on the boat, it's like, "Where do you guys want to dive today?" Okay.
Yeah,
So,
you want
it's
to
a
get
good
the dive
trust.
site where they're not worried about you tearing up something and get straight to the good stuff.
Exactly. They know with our divers, they're not going to have to worry about buoyancy control and people kicking the reefs and doing stuff they're not supposed to do. And, that's something that over the time period that we have. JoJo, are you ready to go to sleep?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we are 5 minutes over the allotted time frame, but we were 15 minutes late getting on, so
It's
you
all
got 10
good. It's all
minutes.
good. It's fairly early snow right now. So.
But it's great when you have built that relationship, and the dive operators know when you're coming in. They know what kind of divers that you have, and they know they don't have to worry about their reefs, and that you're going to have responsible divers. And it's always a great feeling because when you get down on the boat for that first day of diving, and they're like, "Okay, where do you guys want to go today?" Of course, I always elect to, "Hey, let's do something real easy, just so people can kind of check stuff out and all that." But I mean, yeah, they're really good. But most places you have to do that checkout dive with their dive masters before they're going to be judging you. That's exactly what they're doing,
Yep.
seeing how you dive.
We do the
So,
same thing too when we get around new divers. So.
oh yeah, I mean we all do, and of course it's not that we're trying to be facetious or pick on them because they don't know what they're doing. It's because if they're having issues, we want to help. And if you've
Oh,
ever, huh?
so yeah, we want to make sure we get ahead of any issues before they start too.
Oh yeah, because it's fun. It's a fun sport, and if you're having issues, now there are some times that maybe you need to call the dive. hey, I'm just having way too many issues. I'm gonna bow out, and that's perfectly okay. But most of the times, unless it's something just like major, you can usually work through it. But always listen to your gut. If you ever have a feeling, oh, you know what, maybe I shouldn't do this, don't do it. You know, call the dive, be done with it. That's always the safest.
Yep.
All right. All right, JoJo. Any final thoughts for us?
It's cold.
Turn the heater on.
80, 80, 80. That's my thought.
Turn the heater on.
Oh no. You know, even though it's winter and cold and we're shoveling snow, I still enjoy coming on here with everybody. So it gives me at least some warm thoughts. Hopefully, everybody's safe, able to get their vehicles unstuck, and able to get to where they need to go. Yeah. So it's been another safety stop.
Oh yeah. Well, I've said for the last 3 or 4 years, we needed something like this, a good cold hard freeze. Because if you've noticed in the spring, summer, and fall, we've got ticks galore. And it's just because we had not had a good hard winter to help kill them off, and so hopefully, hopefully they're getting their just deserved reward here. And, you know,
Will it take care of some of those stink bugs too?
amen, amen. But yeah, and of course it's. I mean, I don't think it's supposed to be over freezing until like next week. So
Yeah, next week every day is like freaking 15 to 20 degrees for the rest of the
so
week.
so if it reduces the tick and stink bug and the Japanese beetle population, I'll suffer through it. Because that's one thing I hate when we're at the quarry and we're working. You know, you stop and take a break and you're digging like 5 or 6 ticks off of you. It's just like, no. And I'm not getting chickens to put out there. Sorry.
We'd have dinner every weekend.
Well, yeah, we could do, you know, chicken whichever way you wanted it. Get Cowboy to process it up and, barbecue it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'd be happy to.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Which
all right,
one's it going to
guys.
be today?
Huh?
Cluckers or wings?
Yeah.
So which one's it going to be today? Cluckers or wings?
Give me the leg. Give me the leg. Todd says barbecue. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for us for this week. I promise next week I will not shovel snow and fall asleep on the couch. We will be on time. But it was, man. I had to shovel the driveway and half the road out where the plows
No
had
plow
come
here.
through. And yeah, we did find out that her vehicle is not 4-wheel drive after being told that it was. But we got her out, and that's the reason when I ate, I was tired. So it just, boom. But anyway, if you're going on a trip or you're diving this weekend, we hope you have a fun, safe, and adventurous diving weekend. Can't wait to see you guys in the spring with the official start of the 32nd annual dive season. I know we've still got a few season passes left. If you haven't got your season pass yet, uh, if they don't all sell out, I want to tell you, we're going to back the number back down to 30 next year. Because this time last year, we were sending passes out. I think I looked, we've got 14 left. So we put 10 more out because we had a lot of people asking for them. So anyway, the discount code is valid until next Sunday, I think, the 31st. So still a few days to use that discount code. After the discount code, there is no discount. They are straight 350. So get your season pass, and that's going to be your ticket to dive the entire season with no admission fees. So if you plan on doing some diving, the season pass is your ticket to filling that logbook. So until next Monday night, JoJo, stay warm, stay safe. Everybody else, stay warm, stay safe. And we can't wait to see you right back here on Monday Night Safety Stop on our YouTube channel here. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, go ahead and do that. That helps us out. And we will see you guys next Monday night right here on our YouTube channel. Maybe. JoJo, this computer's not working right. All right, guys. We'll see y'all next week.
We are the kings of everything.